my design team project for Country Craft Creations, and this is project number 2. I used up scraps from my paper collection, A Dog's Tale, and I will leave everything that I used in the description bar below. And what I have made is this super cute little folio. And what I've done is I've taken one of the 4x6 images. I've added some Wink of Stella. I hope that's going to show up. So I just added it, you know, where the gray is on here. And I have popped it up on some foam. So, you know, I gave it a little 3D dimension. I added some cardstock here, and I have the green here, and then I just added 2 little hearts here. I did tie it with the paw print ribbon here, and this is the thicker one, and y'all, I love this. This has such a really nice texture to it, and it is so cute. I love this ribbon. Okay, and then here I just left my little spine piece plain, and then on the back I added this little cut apart, and I made it a pocket, so I have a little tag here. And I just added my seam binding and tied my little twine here. But this is super cute because now I can journal right here. And this is for me. You know, I did make this album for me. And I'm going to back the camera up here. Oh, wrong way. And sorry that I bumped it there. Alright, so it just unties like this. And it flips open like this. And what I've done is I've made the top and the bottom the same. So here on the bottom, I have space here. I'm going to take this little thing here out so I can show you where I can add a photo inside of here. And then what I've done is I've punched the word love out with my word punch. And I will show y'all in the tutorial how I used it. So I punched out love here. And then I can, you know, add a photo of all 3 of my dogs inside of here. And then here, I just added some of the little ephemera pieces. And it flips open like this. And on this side, this is my dog, Bolt. So I can add a photo of him here. And what I thought was so super cute is right here it says Lucky Dog. Bolt is our lucky dog because we did rescue him. My son actually wanted to rescue a dog from the pound for his birthday. And this has been years ago. So what he done was he took all of his birthday money and he bought Bolt. So the rest is history because that dog, he is the sweetest thing you'll ever see. Alright, anyway. So I can add a photo of him here, and it flips open like this. So here I have space here to add photos. I added 2 little stickers here, and then here I've used the 4x6 cut aparts, and it flips up like this. And I did not add anything here because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 4x6 photos and add them here and still have some of the black background. So that way, you know, it'll kind of match with the front. And so again, I did not mat the back. And then here I have a little pocket. I just added 2 of the little cut aparts. And I actually still have space here if I want to add a photo. And then here I added one of the stickers and I backed it on some black cardstock and just glued it down. So these just tuck right back down in. These fold down, close up. And then here, this is the same thing. Our girl dog, her name is Bella. So I punched out her name here. Y'all, look how cute that is. Like, I love that word punch. I would definitely be using it more often. So I can put a photo of her here. This flips open. And then our dog Bear, we can add a photo of him here. Alright, and then this flips open here. So I have space here again for photos. I added the 2 little stickers here on the sides. And then here, all you need is love and a dog. And that is exactly right. You don't need anything else but love and a dog. But it flips up. Again, I did not mat the back of them. And then here, I didn't add a pocket here because this way I can add a photo here as well. And that's it, y'all. This little folio is so super cute. And this will be perfect, you know, in any kind of paper, not just the dog paper. But I really love the way this turned out. And you see here, you still have plenty of space, you know, inside of here. Because I thought maybe here, you know, if you wanted to, you can pop up some photos or pop up your embellishments on foam. Or, you know, if you have, like if you change out the paper and you want to add some flowers. Or, you know, just anything 3D and give it some 3D dimension. This is perfect. You know, you have plenty of space here to pop it up. Alright, but like I said, this is it. And the tutorial is so super quick and easy, y'all, that I'm just going to put it right after this video here. I'm not going to make a separate video, but I will post it, everything that I use, in the description bar below. And again, this is a Country Craft Creations design team project, and I want to thank everybody so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hey y'all, so for this tutorial, this is a countrycraftcreations.com design team project, and for this little tutorial, I'm going to tell you now, this is super easy and super quick. So what you're going to need is, I'm using, for my front and back here, I'm using Artisan cardstock, and this is the black, and I need 2 pieces that are 6 by 7. Okay, on your 6-inch side here, alright, so your 6 inches at the top, you're going to score at 1. Okay, I'm not sure, yeah, see here, alright, you're going to score at 1. Alright, you're going to do that to both of them. So you need 2 pieces that are 6 by 7. On the 6-inch side, you're going to score at 1. Okay, now I'm going to take my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to take and add glue to one of my sides here. Alright, and you need to decide, you know, do you want your, well, I don't guess it really matters, because you can flip it either way. Alright, so I'm just going to add glue to this 1-inch piece here. Alright, and you kind of want to get it pretty close to the edge. Make sure now you don't go over that score line. Okay, I'm just going to add my glue. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to fold this little 1-inch flap down. Okay, then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to line it up right here on the edge, and make sure it's lined up here at the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to take it. Alright, and this glue dries pretty quick, y'all, so you have to work, you know, pretty quick. Alright, make sure it's lined up. Alright, when you have it where you want it, burnish it down. And for this, since I am using the black cardstock, I am going to use my Teflon bone folder here. Alright, I've showed this in a previous video, you know, and I haven't really got used to it, and I'm not too sure about it, but I'm going to work on it and try it out. Alright, so I'm just going to open it up and burnish it down really good on that seam. Okay, and see that glue right there? I'm not sure if you can see it, but I have a little bit of glue coming out. I'm just going to take my fingernail and run it along the edge. But if you're using art glitter glue, it's going to dry clear anyway, so don't even worry about it. Okay, so now this is what I have. Alright, so this is going to be my front, this is going to be my back. Okay, and it's going to flip up like this. Alright, if you want to, you can make your album flip this way, but the way I have this one designed, it's going to flip up. Alright, so now we're going to add flaps to the right and the left hand side of the top and the bottom. So you're going to need 4 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 5. I've already punched mine, and I've already punched all of them. Okay, and the punch that I used is the, let's see, this is EK Tools, and this is just a scallop punch. Alright, so that's what I'm using. And so all I'm going to do is on your 4 and, what I say this is? 4 3/4 side, because I've already punched mine, so you know it took a little bit of it off. Alright, on your 4 3/4 side, you're going to score at a half. Okay, score each one at a half on the 4 3/4 side. Fold down, burnish. Alright, and like I said, do each one of them and go ahead and punch them out. Then I'm just going to take my glue, run it along this little 1/2-inch piece here. Alright, now I'm going to go all the way to the left and all the way to the bottom. Alright, it's going to go right along the edge of that seam up here. But you want to go all the way to the left and all the way to the bottom. Alright, making sure it's lined up at the bottom here. Press it down. Alright, take your bone folder, just press it down. Alright, open it up. If you have any glue come out, wipe it off. Alright, now I'm going to place one here on the right hand side. So I'm going to do the same thing. Just add my glue to my little 1/2-inch piece. Okay, now I'm going to the right hand side and all the way to the bottom. Okay, make sure it's lined up. When you have it where you want it, burnish it down. Okay, open it up. So I got a little glue here. I'm just going to wipe that off. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing here at the top. I'm just going to add some glue to this little 1/2 inch flap. And another thing, y'all, the only thing that I used the artisan cardstock for was the front, was my front and back covers. I did not my flaps. None of my flaps and none of my pockets are artisan cardstock. It is just regular old 65-pound cardstock. Alright, so now I'm going to the top and to the left hand side of my top piece here. Alright, when you have it where you want it, press it down and burnish. Alright, and you can see here too, this is not the same color of black, which, you know, I'm fine with that because I'm going to cover it up anyway with the design paper. But I do want to tell y'all, this black that I'm using, this is from Joann's, and this is Park Lane paper, and this is a piece of crap. This paper, to me, is nothing but construction paper. This paper right here is not worth 2 cents, and I do not recommend it at all. I do recommend the artisan cardstock, and if I would have had enough, I would have done this whole entire folio in the artisan cardstock. But I'm out, and all I had, you know, was just one sheet, and that's why I'm, you know, just done my front and my top and bottom, my front and back with the artisan. But if I would have had more, I definitely would have used it. Alright, so I'm just going to add my glue to this 1/2 inch piece. I'm going to go to the top and to the right hand side. Alright, all the way to the top, all the way to the right. And you have it where you want it. Press it down. Okay, open it up, press it down. Alright, so now we have a right flap, a left flap on the top, a right flap, left flap on the bottom. Okay, now what I want to do, okay, I'm just checking everything here to make sure, you know, it still folds up. Alright, so now I'm just going to open it up, and now I need to cut my design paper. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of design paper for the top, and I'm going to cut a piece of design paper for the bottom. I'm not going to, you know, add my paper to my flaps yet, but I am going to go ahead and add my design paper here and here. Okay, so I'm going to pick out my paper, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so now that I have my design paper on, I went ahead and I did not add my magnets yet, but I went ahead and marked a little X here and a little X here. That way I know I need to add magnets here. I've done the same thing on this side. I added an X on this one and here. Alright, so now I will not forget to put my magnets on, hopefully. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, put an X here and here as well. That way I know to put my ribbon on here. Alright, so now what we're going to do to the top and the bottom, we're going to add flaps. Alright, we're going to have 2 flaps on the bottom, 2 flaps on the top. So you're going to need 6 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, on your 4 3/4 side, you're going to score it a half. Alright, let me get my thing here, my scoreboard here, to show you. Alright, so your 4 3/4 is here at the top. You're going to score at a half. Okay, see here, I've scored right here at a half. Okay, now you're going to fold down and burnish. Okay, so I'm just going to fold down and burnish each one of those. Okay, and I've already rounded my corners here, and the corner rounder, I use the We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chopper. I apologize for the glare, but I use the 1/4 inch side. Okay, now I'm just going to I'm going to add my glue to this 1/2 inch piece here. Alright, now I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go right along the top here of my design paper. Not exactly on top of it, but pretty close. Alright, I'm going to move it down so I can see. And I'm just going to eyeball center it here. Alright, when you have it where you want it, burnish it down. Alright, I'm going to open it up, and I know I have glue coming out here at the side. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe that off. Alright, now, my next flap here, okay, instead of adding my glue to the top here, I'm going to add it underneath. Alright, so I'm just going to open this up just like this. I'm just going to add my glue right here underneath. And do not go all the way to that score line. Okay, you can get pretty close to it, but don't go all the way to it though. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right on top of this 1/2 inch piece. Alright, again I'm going to move it down so I can see it. Okay, and this time you can go up to the score line, but make sure that this is going to close down. Alright, and make sure that they're straight before you press down. Alright, and then when you have it where you want it, press it down and burnish. Okay, now you're just going to take it, flip it up, burnish it down again. Alright, so that's going to give you 2 flaps here on the bottom, so we're going to do the same thing here. Alright, I've already folded it down, so I'm going to add my glue on this side of my flap. Okay, so what you're doing is you're folding your flap down, you're going to add that glue there to your first one here. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the top of here, and I'm going to do the same thing as here. I'm just going to leave just a little bit of space. If I get out of frame, y'all, I apologize. Okay, again, I'm just going to eyeball center mine. When you have it where you want it, press it down, burnish, open it up, wipe that glue off. Okay, so now I'm going to take my second flap here, and again, instead of adding your glue to this side, you're going to open it up and add your glue here. Alright, and I hope that's making sense, y'all. And again, don't go all the way to that score line. Okay, I'm going to take it and place it right on top of this one. Alright, before I press it down, I want to make sure it's straight. Okay, now I'm going to press it down, get my bone folder, burnish it down. Alright, I'm going to take it, press it down, and burnish. Okay, so now we have 2 flaps on the top, 2 flaps on the bottom, a right and left hand flap. So this is what we have now. Alright, now the only thing I want to do now is add a little pocket. And if you don't want to add a pocket, don't add one. I'm not going to add one here to the top, but I am going to add one here to the bottom. Okay, so what you're going to need is a 2x7. I've already punched it out. I'm just going to take and add my glue to 3 sides. My 2 sides and my bottom. Okay. And then you're just going to take it, and I'm going to line it up all the way to the bottom here, and it's going to go side to side right in between those score marks. Okay, and if you want to, you can even cut it just a hair shorter to make sure. Alright, but when you have it where you want it, take your bone folder, press it down really well. And there you go. Now you have a pocket. And like I said, if you want to add one here, you go right ahead. But I didn't. Okay, now, that's it. I have my 2 flaps here. My flaps here. And with this pocket on the bottom, I'm going to have to hold it down and burnish it again. Because my pocket is right there on that edge. And that's no big deal. All you do is just hold your paper down. Alright, so that side is okay. So this side right here was the only one I needed to burnish down. Alright, so that's it, y'all. So super cute. So super simple. And that's it. This is our little a dog's tail folio. And I'm just going to, alright, I'm going to show y'all how to punch this. I've already kind of filmed that. But what I've done is I've punched these out. I've inked up my edges. I'm going to place these right on top just like this. And look how cute that is, y'all. It's personalized with my baby's names on them. How cute. I love it. And I want to show y'all, this is how I store mine. I got this We Are Memory Keepers word punch in my design team package. And this is how I store mine. I went to Michael's and bought one of the little small buckets here. And this is what I've done. I have my instructions in here. I have my little machine here, and then I have all of my little punches here. It did come with a tray that goes on top, but I don't really need the tray in mine. So this is how I keep my word punch. Alright, now you're going to see the video. So I want to show you how I punched out Bella on my design paper. Alright, this is my design paper. This is going to be my flap. Okay, so I want to put her name on this design paper here. Alright, so what I've done is, you know, this is the really the first time I've ever used this. So what I've done is I've made myself a template here. Okay. And so I've already punched out her name, you know, just to make sure that's how I wanted it. Alright, then what I did was I took my paper and I just want to center it up on here. I'm going to move it down a little so I can see it. Okay. And I'm going to go all the way to the top because that's where I want it. Okay. Now, either you can take this piece on here, you know, just a little bit of score tape or double-sided tape or washi tape. Here, let's use some washi tape. Alright, and what I like to do with my washi tape, alright, tear a little piece, just put it on your arm, let it get some of that lint off. You know, that way it loses some of its stickiness and it's not going to actually ruin your paper. Sorry for bumping the camera. Alright, so now, okay, I have that washi tape down. Alright, I'm going to take it, and you see here, I needed 2 L's, but it's going to work. Because all you have to do is after you punch it, move it over. Alright, when you place this in, you place it in here and here. So it's going to catch. Alright, so all you're doing is you're butting it up at these 2 spots here. Okay, and like I said, now this is just my little template. Oh gosh, y'all, I'm really, really sorry for shaking it. For shaking the camera like that. Alright, I'm going to pull that out. Now I'm just going to move my L over. Okay, I'm going back in, lining it back up. Alright, I'm going to press that down. And now we have Bella. Look, how cute. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink my edges and then I'm going to glue it on here. But look at that, y'all. How super cute is that? Now we can personalize everything that we have. So, if you know, this is my dog album, so, you know, it'll have their names in it. But if you want to do a baby album or a children's album, this is so super cute and an easy way to personalize it. You know, without having to buy all of those extra little letters. And if you take these out, alright, you're going to have all of these little letters in here. So you can actually use these, you know, if you want to. Instead of punching it like this, you can actually use these little letters. So how stinking cute is this thing? Alright, I don't have my tweezers and I know my hands are all in the way. But anyway, you get the idea. So, you know, if you don't want it punched out, then you can always take these little punched out letters and place them instead. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my other dog's name. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know, ink up all of my edges and everything like that. But I wanted to show y'all how I did it. There's probably, you know, if you want to, you can line it up like this and then do it. But being, you know, I'm a newbie at this thing, I'm just going to make my little template here and just use that for whenever I do my other 2 dogs' names as well. So what I'll do is I'll just use one here, flip it over, or, you know, if nothing else, you can cut this off. You know, just cut it off here, and then you'll have another straight edge here. So whatever way you want to do it, but I wanted to show y'all this is how I done mine. Okay? Okay, y'all. Before I do the, you know, go ahead and do everything else, I want to show you. I didn't really pay this any attention a while ago, but it has a center mark here, and like this is my 4-letter word, and this is my dog Bear. So I don't even need this piece. I can just take my design paper in here, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Y'all know I like to eyeball stuff. But if you want to, you know, you can measure it up exact, and I probably should, but of course I'm not. And let's check it out. Look, it worked. And see, it's pretty centered. Alright, and then my other dog, his name is Bolt, so I can just do the same thing. You know, I can just center it up here, have 2 letters on this side and 2 letters on this side. But like this one, you know, Bella had 5. I, you know, would have had to figure it out anyway. So, if you have more than, you know, an even amount of numbers, then you might want to use the template or make your own or whatever. But I wanted to show y'all that this does have a little center line here, so you can put, you know, equal number of letters on each side. Alright? Okay, y'all, so I wanted to show you, this is what it looks like after you have it punched out. So you see here, I've punched out her name, and I have inked up my edges, and then here I just added one of the ephemera pieces here. But look how cute that is, y'all. Look at their names. That is so cute, and I love this. I love the way that you can personalize your albums now. Well, I can anyway. You know, I could have done some stuff on my Cricut or whatever, but this is much, much easier, and I love the way this turned out. But I wanted to show y'all, you know, this is how the finished little punched out page looks. Alright, so this is a Country Craft Creations design team project, and this is project number 2, using up scraps from A Dog's Tale. And I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.